What up, y'all? DCFAYGOGUY. Welcome back to What's Happening Now. Our look into the underground happenings. Some shit got announced, and I totally meant to fucking announce or do this video sooner. But I kind of let it fucking fester a little bit. So we have a lot of shit to talk about. I'm super fucking excited. This is the Monday after Halloween. Halloween just went down on Saturday night. Again, like I said, it's Monday the 21st. And the Halloween season still in high gear. Samhain ceremony came and went. Halloween came and went. Next up on the docket is Fright Fest. Is fucking Hallowicked. And I'm really fucking excited. I'm not going to Hallowicked. I'm not going to Fright Fest. But there's some exciting shit happening that week. And my FOMO has like kicked into super high gear because, again, they've announced some shit. And I'm not going. So if I had made plans to go, this news would have been way cooler. It's still really cool. It's really cool for those that are going, but I'm not going to be going. So let's dive into this because this is probably going to be a lengthy one. I actually wrote down some notes today because I didn't want to forget anything. Like I said, a lot of shit has been announced. Some shit got announced at Samhain ceremony. So let's dive into it. Let's start with what's probably going to be the title of the video. And that is House of Krazees merch revealed. I really don't know what I'm going to title this. But the first thing is the House of Krazees merch has been revealed for the House of Krazee show going down on the 29th in the Shelter, which is, if you don't know, the venue underneath St. Andrew's Hall. Infamous place where Eminem was, discovered. Performed there a lot, did a lot of his rap battles, shit like that. But they have revealed I don't know if this is all of the merch or if this is some of the merch. But they revealed primarily the House of Krazees stuff that I had seen. Twisted Shop was, I think, the first place I had seen it posted. People were talking about it in Discord, and I'm like, where the fuck are you guys getting this? Because I couldn't find it. I obviously wasn't following Twisted Shop on Instagram. I rectified that situation because Twisted wasn't posting it on their Instagram, and neither was Monoxide or Madrox. In preparation for this video, I actually did see that Twisted did post it on Facebook, so not sure what happened there. Maybe I just missed it. That's the problem with Instagram, is a lot of times the pictures are kind of hidden together. So, but yeah, the merch looks absolutely fucking sweet. There's a couple items in here that have me having some FOMO for sure. They've got the Homebound OG cover. I think that's not the OG. That's the repress, right? The OG is like it shows the house up in the background up on that like that hill, right? And then they did the repress where it's like that Addams Family looking house. But they've got that cover on a t-shirt and it glows in the dark. Pretty fucking cool. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that particular album cover. I've gone back and forth, actually. They changed all of the artwork for a short time to have the vinyl artwork that they did when they repressed it recently. I only kept it like that for a short time, and then I switched it all back to like the original ones, the one where it's them with the circle of fire around them, the one with the house in the back. I didn't go with the one where it's this white one here. I don't know. I didn't really care for that one as well. So I went with the original one with the house like in the background, the Season of the Pumpkin one where there's two different versions of that one, and that's actually a jersey that they have available here, which I don't think that was the right. I don't think that was the right one to go for. It's more cartoon looking. They should have went with the one where it was like actually them and it was really dark. I guess that might not have translated very well when it comes to an actual jersey. But they've got the Outbreed jersey here. Both are hockey. I don't really care for hockey. I see a lot of people kind of upset at the fact that they're sublimated. A lot of people don't like the sublimated jerseys. I don't think I've ever really seen one up close enough to make my judgment on that, but they have a really sweet fucking long sleeve shirt that glows in the dark as well. It's got that fucking pumpkin mask on the front, and on the one sleeve it's got the 31, and then on the other sleeve it's got Killing Machine. If that was a short sleeve shirt, I would be hitting up whoever I thought was going, which I could almost bank Scotty D is going to be there. And I think Dan Columbus said he was going to be going there. But if they had that in a short sleeve shirt, that would definitely be one where I'm hitting them up like, hey, if I shoot you some money, can you get me this? They also have a white version of that same exact shirt. I don't know how I feel about that one. That would be a good shirt to wear to an Ala Zulu set at Camp Zool. If you don't know, they throw like fake blood. But they've got some really cool jerseys, some not so bad t-shirts. They've got the event shirt where it's kind of like the 31 album cover chopped up. It's got all three of them with each of their respective weapons. And then on the back it says House of Krazees. So some of them are pretty cool. The one I think that has my attention the most might be the little pumpkin mask knit hat that they have. And I'm going to say this shirt right here that I'm going to have on the screen for you guys, where it's like, it's kind of a mix-up, it's kind of a mash-up, if you will, of what I think is the VIP exclusives of the CD cover, which we'll show that in just a second, because that's the other thing that got revealed, as well as like the regular cover. It's like a mashup of the two of those, and I kind of like that as a shirt a lot. I don't really need any more shirts, but I kind of like that shirt a lot. So I don't know, I might be messaging some people. I might not, I don't know. I was really hoping the homie Echo Side Fiend was going. He's usually the one that hooks me up with shit from Detroit, from Hollow Wicked, I should say. But he said he wasn't actually going to this show. He wasn't planning to because, you know, Twisted had locked tickets to this show in that VIP package, and that's a lot of fucking money for anybody to throw down. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. I really kind of want that shirt though. It's pretty fucking sweet. Now, I am somebody who for many, many years, I just wasn't like a huge fan of House of Krazees. I've obviously known about them since not long after discovering who Twisted was. Obviously from reading Behind the Paint was what got me into Twisted. And then Behind the Paint, he talked about House of Krazees. So I've always known about House of Krazees as long as I've known about Twisted. But it was just kind of one of those things where it was like, I didn't have the access to really go back and listen to their back catalog like that. And then not only that, but the few songs that I had heard on Cryptic Collection 2, and I know Cryptic Collection 1 has mainly Mr. Bones stuff, but you know, just from the little bit that I got to hear here and there, I pretty much had it in my mind. I was like, I just don't think I'm going to enjoy it. So I never really sought it out. The Songs of Sam Hain series is what really kind of ignited that fire the most, because the songs that were on Songs of Sam Hain that were HOK was like, oh, I really, really fucking love these. And then obviously, you know, in the announcement of this is kind of where I've really dove into them. I had Yakima Juggalo back at the Super Gathering in 2019 gave me a stack of like CDs he made that was all HOK. And years ago, I tried to listen to it, didn't really care for it. Really, 2 years ago, when I was first diving into the Songs of Sam Hain series, same thing. I went in, tried to dive into it, and just it wasn't clicking at that time. And I think a lot of it was as I was comparing that old shit to the shit I was hearing on Songs of Sam Hain. And I mean, you're talking about the beginning of their career to where they are now, and that was not ever going to click for me. So I think I was just in the right House of Krazees mindset to be excited for this, to just listen to it and appreciate the music. So I like really love it now. I wouldn't say I'm a hardcore fucking HOK fan, but I like it enough to rep a fucking shirt. So let's keep this going, because this, like I said, this is going to be lengthy, and we're already pushing it close to 10 minutes already. So they did reveal the merch that's going to be available. Again, I don't know if this is all of the merch, some of the merch, a sneak peek, if you will, for what's going to be at the House of Krazees show. On top of that, they had sent out an email, really kind of promoted again. And one of the things in this email that they revealed was the merch for the VIP packages. I don't know if this was for them. I don't know if this was them trying to sell some more VIP packages or not, but it was kind of cool to get that sneak peek. And I got to pull up Discord here because somebody actually has the pictures of each of them. So I think going kind of in reverse, I'm going to start with the Twisted merch and then work it up to the ultimate HOK merch. So in the Twisted Fright Fest VIP, obviously it comes with the bag, the lanyard, the laminate. I think that's a trading card? Yes, a collectible trading card. And then the poster, as well as the meet and greet and photo op with Twisted. It's also got the Cryptic Collection Fright Fest edition CD here. And I think the CD looks really fucking cool. It's very reminiscent to me of the Songs of Sam Hain. What is that? Look, I think that's like supposed to be a bat, right? Like a zoom in of a bat's head is kind of what it looks like to me. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just like a ghoul or some kind of a goblin. But I like that artwork a lot. And yeah, man, I feel like they milk the shit out of like the Cryptic Collection Halloween editions, if you will. I know they put out a few different Fright Fest compilations. I really think that they need to just sit on their Fright Fest singles for a while and really do what ICP has done and wait for like an anniversary. Like last year was the 20th anniversary of Fright Fest. That was the year to put out a 20th anniversary like ICP did back in 2014. Put out an anniversary CD that has all the singles that you have released through Fright Fest on that disc. So I don't know what all this CD is going to have. I have a desire to want to get it, but I'm not going to pay out the ass for it. And it's really going to depend ultimately what's on it. Because again, I feel like I feel like Fright Fest and the singles and Cryptic Collection is something that, and I want to put this as nicely and respectful as I can. It's something that I feel like Twisted has a tendency to beat a dead horse with. Like they milk that motherfucker a lot. So like my desire to get it is there, but then it's also like in 5 years is there going to be another version with the same amount of songs. So I don't know where I stand with it. It had my attention when it was first announced, but then it made me think about all the other ones that they have put out. So yeah, as far as that VIP package goes, that to me is probably, I would say, the most basic out of the three. So jumping over to the standard HOK 2-day VIP, which if I'm not mistaken, you get the standard HOK one with the Fright Fest one, I think. But this was the original only way to get a ticket to go to the House of Krazees performance, the concert, the show that they're doing at the shelter. This one comes with a meet and greet and photo op with House of Krazees, a ticket to each show. So yeah, there we go. It gave you a ticket to both shows. It would give you an HOK Fright Fest variant CD, an autographed poster, a VIP pass and lanyard, and then a commemorative ticket, which the ticket looks kind of cool. But so they revealed the artwork here for the CD, and I am honestly kind of torn. And through the image that I'm showing here, we can do a little comparison, because the poster that they have is the artwork for the standard version of the CD, and I'm torn on which one I like better. I think that the exclusive version for the VIP is pretty fucking cool. The mask for me really helps tie it to Casket Cuts, which is like their greatest hits that they put out back in 2013. But I don't know. I also kind of really like the standard version, the orange with them each having a different weapon. That part's pretty cool too. I think I would like that orange standard version a little bit more if it had their name logo, if you will, the same as the original ones. And I'm honestly a little bit surprised that they didn't do that, just to kind of keep that uniformity all the way around. Or to put, that one HOK logo that they had that's like the H and then the mask as an O and then a K. That would have been acceptable, I think, too. I don't know how I feel about like the blood dripping looking House of Krazees logo that they're using for this. I think that's, for me, what kind of kills it just a little bit. And maybe the other issue I'm having with this is it's making me think of that cartoon version of Season of the Pumpkin as well. So maybe what they should have done, or maybe something they could do or could have done for this that may have made me love the standard version more, is have it be more of them in a photo op. Like do some continuous evolution of life's question marks type photo shoots for this album. Would have been fucking sweet. So that's what's got me really drawn towards the VIP version of this CD. I feel like the artwork is pulling me in better. The 31 is a little bit too big. It's a little too much, a little too extra. But I like that mask a lot, just kind of there in the corner. I do like that a lot. So I'm super torn on this. Obviously, I'm not going to the show. I'm not going VIP. So the only way I would get this version is if somebody who's going VIP was like, hey, I don't really care to have this version of the CD, you can have it. Or someone sells it on eBay, on eBay, and I'm sure I would pay an arm and a leg for it. And I just don't know that I really want to do that. So I'm going to keep my eyes out for a fair priced one, and maybe I'll get lucky, but we'll see. We'll see. So then jumping over to the ultimate VIP package. And this one is the one where it's like, if I was going to this show, I would have a really hard time not shelling out the money for this VIP. This particular VIP package is like $300 to do this. And that's a lot of fucking money right there. But it's got some really cool shit in it. So obviously it comes with a CD, it comes with the poster, it comes with the laminate pass, the ticket, and it also comes with a Murder, Murder, Murder vinyl single, which the artwork for that, huge miss on that artwork. But then that mask, that fucking hockey mask, that's the pumpkin, that essentially is like their look, their costume, their identity, is so fucking sweet looking. Obviously it's just a picture, and until we actually see somebody who posts pictures of the actual product or do a video of the actual product, we won't really know how sweet it actually looks. But this fucking mask is really fucking sweet, and I, for whatever reason, am on this mask kick. It's Loke's fault, because Loki kills it with fucking masks, and I see this and I just imagine myself wearing the new Hollow Bleed flannel. I should have worn it for this video that Megs just got at Hollow Bleed on Saturday. Buckshot had these really sweet flannels made, and all I can think about is like House of Krazees needs one of these. Like Twisted needs to get with Buckshot and make this fucking flannel, have the fucking pumpkin logo on the back, have the HOK on the front here on the pocket. That would be really fucking sweet. And I imagine seeing somebody wearing a flannel like that and this mask and having like a fake knife or a real knife if you want to get, escorted out of the venue. But I just see somebody going to Fright Fest in that getup and how fucking sweet it would look. So it's another one of those things where I'm going to kind of keep my eyes out on eBay and see if someone's selling their mask for a decent price. I don't see the mask selling for any less than $100. And that's where I got to really be like, I don't really need it. I would have to really talk myself out of it. And sometimes it's easy to do. It's easy to talk myself out of it. So keeping it HOK fucking related, the other thing that they announced, and this is another one that is exclusive to fucking Fright Fest. They just announced the Shit to Make Your Ears Bleed. It's a raw collection of the most recent House of Krazee tracks from over the years, dropping exclusively at the 1029 concert at the Shelter. This compilation brings together the darkest and grittiest tracks that have kept the HOK legacy alive, featuring chilling anthems like Paint the Town Red and haunting cuts like Mother Witch. It's a blood-curdling journey that captures the essence of horrorcore through every verse. Don't miss your chance to snag this exclusive release and witness the chaos live. Get your copy of Shit to Make Your Ears Bleed and let the madness begin. So this is definitely, this for me is definitely something where I'm probably going to reach out to the few people that I know that are going and be like, hey, can you grab me this CD? This is definitely something that I would like to get a copy of. The thing about it is they've been kind of doing this here lately where they put out these little compilation CDs, and it's really kind of previous songs that they've released just thrown together. Cryptic Collection 5 was kind of that way. What is the other one that they just did recently? The 10 Years of Magic Ninja Entertainment compilation that they did, which was really just like a greatest hits of Magic Ninja. It was one of those CDs where it's like you didn't necessarily have to have it because there's nothing new on it, but I mean, if you're a collection purist, then yes, you would want it. So this is kind of one of those CDs where it's like, I don't know that I necessarily need it, but I kind of want to have it. And you could very easily go and make a playlist of all these songs, and there's really no need to have it on a CD, but I think it would be kind of cool to have it. The artwork is absolutely fucking dope. You got this fucking axe sitting there, and you see the pumpkin mask reflection in the axe head. It's so fucking sweet looking. I love the idea of them putting tracks on it. My question is, and I really want to see what all songs will be on it. If it is just the songs from Songs of Sam Hain, that's cool to me. I actually went and made a playlist on. I didn't even make a playlist. All of the Songs of Sam Hain albums that are on my Apple Music right now are from the digital library that Apple Music has. I took my physical CDs and uploaded just the HOK tracks and titled that album Songs of Sam Hain. But I made it as the artist, House of Krazees. It only has the House of Krazee tracks. It's got the intro from the first one, and it's also got the nursery rhyme from Another Time in there just to kind of break it up. And that makes up the whole, like, Songs of Sam Hain, House of Krazees album that I made. So if this is going to have just those, I think it would still be worth kind of buying, but then maybe not. But I do think it's going to have everything that they've released. I'm curious if it'll also have the song that they did with Buckshot 2 years ago, the Helter Skelter Accomplices 2 album that he put out. Buckshot actually has a track on there called Hell on Halloween. It's Buckshot featuring House of Krazees. So I'm curious if it'll have that song on there. I'm curious if it'll have the post-apocalyptic word songs on there. I'm curious what all they're going to stick on this CD. So is it just going to be Songs of Sam Hain, or is it going to be everything recently that they put out? You know, post Casket Cuts. Because Casket Cuts was kind of like that, you know, salute or homage or nod back to their previous catalog that they did back in 2013. So super curious what else is going to be on this CD, and super interested in getting myself a copy of this. So I got to hit somebody up. Still talking House of Krazees. In that same exact email where they revealed the VIP merch that's coming out, they also announced a House of Krazees mystery box. They're going crazy with these mystery boxes, which I think everyone kind of assumed that they were going to. This particular one, though, includes one exclusive hoodie, one exclusive t-shirt, one exclusive 11x17 throwback poster, and random extras. 5 random mystery boxes will get a Jack-O-Lantern sketch card drawn by Jamie Madrox, aka Mr. Bones. No requests, no returns, and no exchanges. So I'm curious exactly what all is going to be in this. This particular box costs like $100. Again, it comes with a hoodie, it comes with a shirt, and it comes with a poster. So hoodies, I mean, the hoodie pre-order package that they have right now for the new album is $80. So I'd say most hoodies that you're going to find on the market are going to be anywhere from $60 to $80 anyways, right? So there's that right there, plus a t-shirt. So I'm curious what the shirt and the hoodie would be. I'm interested in getting this, but I'm also not, just because when I did the For the Fam one, I wasn't really impressed with the extras that I got. Seeing what everyone got for the Sam Hain Witch Killers mystery box was kind of like I'm glad I didn't get that. So, like, there's that big part of me that's like, don't even bother, don't do it, there's no point. But there's that other part of me that's like, well, what if the hoodie in here is like a really dope one? Because the one that they have for the pre-order is really fucking sweet. But I really don't need any more hoodies. I've got like 4 of them that I rotate through. 2 of them are low-key, and 2 of them are Hatchet Man ones. So, like, I could get one and then, you know, cycle through them a little bit more. But I don't know. I'm super torn, super hesitant, and super reserved on getting hoodies right now. So, the mystery box has my attention, but I have not pulled the trigger on it yet. And I don't know that I will. So, but they did announce that as well. So they're fucking House of Krazees, baby. Now, the only thing left for them to do, and I don't know why they haven't done this yet, is to put out a box set of all of their previous albums. Not as a vinyl, not as a cassette, on CD. Or, you know what? I'll even do you one a little bit better. Why not do a box set as well that is like a USB flash drive? There's 2 different options you could do there. You could do the flash drive or the USB drive or the CD box set, or do an ultimate one that has the CDs and that USB drive. And you can make the fucking USB drive be the little mask logo That would actually be pretty fucking sweet. Or the HOK logo with, you know, the mask in the middle. That would be pretty fucking sweet. Buckshot has done some really cool fucking USB drives, and I know they're working on one for the Chainsmoker 2 that Monoxide's been talking about on his live streams. So obviously I think they're wanting to start dipping their toes into it. So I'm so surprised that they haven't done a box set leading up to this new album. I'm really shocked by that. So, you know, we've also still got a couple more weeks. Maybe they decide the day of the show they're going to put out a box set of the CDs. Who knows what they're cooking? Because I don't. I certainly don't. But yeah, House of Krazees is fucking back. They're celebrating like a motherfucker and putting out a lot of really dope shit for a lot of people who are huge fans. I know a lot of people. I know a few people that are huge fans of House of Krazees. So it's very cool and exciting for them. And like I said, I'm diving into it. And while I'm not like a huge fanatic, I appreciate the sound that they have. And the one thing that has been my takeaway in listening to their discography, like especially listening to fucking Season of the Pumpkin, I feel like there was a track on Homebound that I listened to, and I listened to what Madrox did, or what Mr. Bones did, however you want to call him. I listened to what he did on that, and I listened to some of the samples that they had. It might have been Pigskin, as now that I'm thinking about it. There was a song that they had where there was a sample from Beastie Boys, which is like the same sample that ICP used in Carnival of Carnage for Never Had It Made. And I just like had this thought when I heard that. I was like, here's the thing, man. Fucking House of Krazees and ICP were really like, they were meant for each other. And so that marriage that they had from fucking 1998 on until 2012 with ICP and Twisted killing it together, that was like a match made in fucking heaven. Like, I could imagine being a fucking juggalo back in 94, 95, who was aware of House of Krazees, who was aware of ICP, and just wishing and hoping these guys would do some shit together. Because when you listen to that old House of Krazees shit, and you go back and you listen to like old Carnival of Carnage, Beverly Kills, Terror Will, like the really early stuff, like it just, they were on such a similar wavelength that it was like they were meant for each other. And the fact that they eventually did work together and killed it for 15 fucking years is just, man, it's epic. I know some people will be heartbroken by that, but rather than focus on the negative, let's just talk about how epic that is. That when you go back and you listen to that old shit, and it's just like, man, like these guys were just meant to fucking kill it and work together for years. It's just beautiful. I just think that's beautiful. So hopping off of that, let's jump over. Oh, hang on. No. I had these out of order. I do have my tabs pulled up. Obviously, I don't share my screen anymore. I just use my phone. The last thing, before we move on from House of Krazees and Twisted, the last thing that they announced, and this was, October 2nd, so I don't even know. I might have already talked about this in the last episode. I might not have. I don't even remember when the last episode of fucking What's Happening Now was. They also announced free treats for those in attendance. So during the House of Krazees show, they're going to have a single that they're going to give out at the end of the night. Very Hollow Wicked single style. House of Krazees Down the Street single. It'll be available as you're leaving. I think that's what they said, as you're leaving. But regardless, it'll be available at the show. And then for Fright Fest, you'll have the single Inside Out, which is Twisted. And I assume, looking at the artwork, this is going to be from Welcome to Your Funeral, which is the rock shit. So I don't know if this is going to be an exclusive single that won't be on the album, or if it's just like a first listen kind of thing before the album comes out. So they are giving away singles. Take what you will from that. A lot of the petty motherfuckers are going to say they're biting, but it's very cool that they are doing it. And once again, I've got to try to get my hands on this single. At least the audio. I'm going to assume Faygo Lovers will do what Faygo Lovers does best, and that they will upload the song so at least everyone can hear it. Ultimately, I would just be happy with having that, but getting the physical CD would be pretty sweet as well. So they are also giving away singles at Fright Fest. So holy shit, we have spent the first 30 minutes of this video talking fucking House of Krazees. That's pretty cool. And if I would have drawn this out right, we could move on from House of Krazees at the 31-minute mark. But I'm not going to do that to you guys. We got close though. So then the other thing that was announced, obviously we did already talk about this one previously, the ICP show going down on Devil's Night, which is the Bitchin' Wild Bucks. It's their rock show that they did for Juggalo Day back in 2022. They're bringing it back. But something else that was announced, and I don't see like major details for this. I don't see where you can order this. So did I look into this wrong? Am I reading this wrong? Is it just... No, it's not. It's right there. It's in the video that's playing as well. So surely more details will come out for this. But the show the Bitchin' Wild Bucks are doing on the 30th is going to be broadcast live on pay-per-view, just like they did Hallowicked last year. So that's pretty neat. That's pretty cool. I don't know that I'm going to order it just because I know last year there was a lot of issues with audio. Before Megs and I even got to the venue to go into the show, because the line was long, we decided to try to check out the different people who were also broadcasting the live stream. Yes, there were people that re-uploaded it. Caused a huge stink with certain motherfuckers in the community because, you know, they got a white night, I guess. So Megs and I were sitting there waiting in the car for the line to kind of go down. And while we did that, we tuned into some of the people's live streams that were streaming it. And the audio was terrible. And at first we thought it was the people that were live streaming. And they said, no, that's the audio we're getting from the live stream, from the pay-per-view. So I don't really have plans on ordering this pay-per-view because I don't anticipate those... I don't anticipate that problem is fixed. I imagine that's going to be an issue again this year. I don't mean it to be the negative Nancy, but it seems like there's not much thought and effort being put out into some of the product coming from Psychopathic Records. That's my opinion. That's my observation. It sucks. It is what it is. That's just how I feel about it right now. So yeah, I don't think that I will order it, but I think it's cool that they're doing it again for people who can't make it and want to see it. I hope the audio is fixed. That would be the shit, because then I would absolutely love to see this set. I would love to see this set for sure. And one of the things that they did advertise as well is a free exclusive CD to everyone in attendance. And unlike Hallowicked, you don't have to bring cans. You don't have to do the can drive for this one. This one is for everyone who's in attendance. And they are giving away, it shows, there's a little video that they posted, and at the end of the video, or at a part in the video, they were talking about the single. It's going to be the Devil in Leather CD single that they put out at Juggalo Weekend in 2022. So it's literally just going to be that CD that's going to be repressed and given out. And maybe, who knows, we'll have another song. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Maybe they did another one and they're going to surprise motherfuckers. But wanted to mention that because they are doing a pay-per-view for that now as well. So moving right along to another exciting thing, which I knew was festering. I knew it was lingering. And one of the things that I want to say is it's been kind of quiet in the Long Live Evil camp. A little bit quiet. Mainly from Allah Zululu, because obviously SON and Super Famous Funtime Guys, they performed at the Gathering. They just did Sam Hain's Ceremony. SON had done several shows through the summertime. Super Famous Funtime Guys, they went on the Mighty Morphin Whackness tour. They just did fucking Hollow Bleed. So they've been staying busy. But as far as Zool themselves, they've been very quiet since Camp Zool. They did just drop a new single. Freakenstein, I think was the name of it. I have not listened to it yet. I'm hearing and seeing good things about it. People are saying that it sounds like some old school ICP shit. So I'm definitely excited to check that out. I just haven't yet. It dropped on Friday and we went down to Louisville for Hollow Bleed on Friday. So I haven't even really had a chance to sit down and listen to it. But Long Live Evil Tour 2024, the dates are announced. The tickets are on sale right now. They're hitting Fort Wayne, Indiana. I will be there. I plan to be there. They're going to Wisconsin. They're going to Minnesota. They're going to Iowa. They're going to Oklahoma. They're going... Wow, that's a hell of a fucking jet, man. They're going from Iowa clear down to Oklahoma and then coming all the way back up to Illinois. Woo! Man, that's a hell of a trek. Oklahoma and then clear back. And then they're hitting and ending it in Columbus, Ohio. And this is all within like the first 2 weeks of November. And I do believe, I have it pulled up on the Funtime Guys Instagram page, but I believe on the Zool, on Alla Zulilu's actual page, that they had put that there is not going to be any VIPs for this. This is it. This is the tour. So this seems like a quick little thing just to, you know, just to say, hey, we're still here, still fucking doing this thing. So here's this tour. Here's us coming out as a label and fucking killing it. So they are going on tour. If they're hitting up close to you, this is, in my honest opinion, this is a way for anyone out there to get a taste of Camp Zool, a taste of Axus. And you should definitely hit it up if they are coming close to you. If you are a fan of Long Live Evil, or if you're not a fan but you are curious about Long Live Evil, I would say hit up one of these shows and check them out. You might become a fan. You might become a fan. So Long Live Evil Tour going down basically the day, I mean not basically, the day after Hallowicked. They are hitting the road and they're gonna fucking kill shit. Also announced this past weekend, Axus is going down. Axus is going down in Columbus, Ohio. A little disappointed to hear it's in Columbus, but also, hey, I can't be greedy and expect them to always be in Fort Wayne every year. I was hoping they would return to Fort Wayne, but it is what it is. But Axus is going down in Columbus, Ohio. Obviously, Alla Zulilu, Super Famous Funtime Guys, and SON will be there. But they'll also have performances by Saints of Solomon, Triton, I think that's how you say it, Triton. Is it Tritone? It's got to be Triton, right? Jay Bizarre, Mike Vile, Big Daddy Malice, Bam Bam, the Voodoo Chillo? I don't know. And Big Sherm will be there. I literally have not heard of any of those guys. I know who Big Sherm is. He's the juggalo who is behind For Juggalos by Juggalos, the gaming thing that that he basically started this movement that's like For Juggalos by Juggalos, and it's kind of like the heart of DCG Con, and he hosts different little events that he has for years. And he's also the one that's behind Unity Fest that goes on every bi-yearly. Bi-yearly, did I say that right? Every 2 years, Unity Fest goes on, and Big Sherm is the juggalo behind Unity Fest as well. So I know who Big Sherm is, but I didn't realize he was dipping his toes into music like that. But yeah, Axus announced going down Columbus, Ohio on December 21st. So I thought about going, but I don't know. I plan on hitting the LLE tour, and I think my plan is to hit the LLE tour and then to just go into save mode and just prepare for next year, because like there's a lot of events I'd love to hit next year. So I think the Long Live Evil tour is going to have to be it for this year, and then just prepare for next year. So Axus, go down to Columbus. If you're close, go. You'll have fun. Megs and I had fun at Axus last year, so definitely go check that out. And then the last thing that I'm going to end off with, fresh out of Sam Hain's ceremony, SON announced a release date for The Bastard Son, King Umbra, The Bastard Son, dropping March 9th, 2025. If you don't know anything about SON, if you don't know anything about his Council of 9, think 6 Joker cards for those who are juggalos. Think the 12 Oracles for those who are familiar with Low Key, which I feel like if anyone is familiar with Low Key, they're going to be familiar with SON. So The Bastard Son, which is supposed to be the first in the Council of 9, and it is dropping March 9th, 2025. I'm super excited for that. Grana Size is an absolutely great album. If you have not listened to that, go check it out. It's some fucking straight up wicked shit, and I think SON is somebody who is great at doing that. So if that's something that interests you, if you like wicked shit, SON is somebody that I think will interest you for sure. So Bastard Son dropping March 9th, 2025. And I think that is going to do it for this episode. Tell me down below what you guys are excited for. What do you guys think about what's happening now? I thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.